Good morning everybody. This week we're going to be doing a bridge fold card. So I've got a few examples to show you. The first one, as you can see here, maybe you can see, I hope you can, I've embossed across the bridge there. I've stamped and added some flowers and gems. The second example, I've used a border die with a bit of ribbon and some papers and stamped at the back there. And just before we start, a personal message. Yes, I am listening to you, Shell. Let's get on then. Right, you should have a piece of card 20 centimetres by 11, and we're going to score this, and I've already scored it, but 3, 6, 14 and 17. That's that, and that's the only scoring you need to do today, so I'm going to put that to one side. So that's what you've got there. So I'm going to cover the back to start with some nice glitter. Just fancy some glitter today. Once again, rusty snail, centre that. Now I'm using this spotty paper from the pack from the shop. Lay that on there. Okay. And then this one, same thing, we're just covering the front. There you go, that's what it looks like there. Now, what I did next was I die cut some balloons, 3 balloons, and I've just glittered them up a little bit just to add a bit of zing. And I did tell you you'd need some acetate. There's a couple of strips, just less than a centimetre actually. And we'll use those in a minute. Along the top, I've cut a strip, which I did tell you was 14 by 2 centimetres, and then I cut some white, just very, very slightly less. So I'm going to just stamp Happy Birthday in there. Roughly in the middle. Make sure you stamp the right way up. Okay. Happy Birthday. And that will attach to this now. Just a very slight amount showing. That's it. That's fine. And on the bottom piece, the bridge, another strip, which is the same colour, 14 by 2. And then what I did, I cut some white, but what I've done is I've used a banner punch. And once again, I'm going to add something to it. Now, I've used this die, Hooray. So we're going to glue that, put that on. This is the time-consuming part, but I can't pre-glue it, otherwise it'll be dried up. That's it. It just says hooray. There. That's it. Glue mark. And then I've got a little stamp. Yeah, which came with the set, with the balloons actually. And it says, I'm having an upside down morning today. hip hip. It says hip hip hooray. I quite like that. That's that finished with. And once again I'm going to attach that. And I'm going to put it slightly to one side. About there. Now we're going to attach the top part and the bottom part. So the best way to do this, I've found, is I use my snail, but I better, for the purposes of yourselves, I'll use some double-sided tape for a change, which you do actually need for this. Decide where you're going to put that, that's fine, and then if you lay it flat like so, you can put the other piece of tape on. There we go. Turn it back off. Make sure that's level, and then that should just move either way. Now we're going to put the top part on in exactly the same manner. There. Take this double-sided tape off my fingers. Same technique. Tape on there. Lay that on there, like so. Plan the card down, some more tape. And there we go. Okay. Now, this is where the acetate comes in. These are my 3 balloons that I've done. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some glue dots. And I'm going to glue dot on the balloon. And add some acetate. Like so. Now I'm going to decide where I want it, so that's going to hang in there. Okay, I'm going to cut that off, so I know that's where it's going to be. And put another glue dot on, but remember this time to put it at the front. And just hang that in there. I'll do exactly the same with the other 2. Glue dot at the top there. You can use glue, but it just takes longer to dry, that's all. Or you could use double-sided tape, red tape, but I didn't want it to show particularly, so that's why I've done it like that. Let me look. To turn that round and I'll show you in a moment. I think I'll put that there. Put some glue on that one. Touch that. That's that one. And one more. So it's on the back of the balloon initially. And then onto the front of the acetate. I'll just turn it round to see where I fancy having that. Maybe there. a glue dot. Put that in place. And there you go, you have the hanging balloons. Now I might blitz them up a little bit. Little gem, if you were doing this to give to somebody, I would advise that you put glue on underneath because it keeps the gems in place. There you are. Now, to write your greeting, you just use the back. I've cut a piece just, I think it was 7.5 by 10.5. Attach that to the back. Like so. And then this piece was 7 by 10. Attach that. And then there's a place then to write your greeting. And then what I did, just to tie it all in, I added another balloon. Put a glue dot on there. You could use a pad if you wanted to. Yeah, I forgot to bring the pads down with me, so I'll use the glue instead. So there you go, there's your place for your greeting, and there's your card there. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that small demonstration, and don't forget, I didn't mention when I was doing the card, but you can use anything. You could use butterflies or flags or flowers, whatever you want. It's just the idea of them floating that I wanted to show you. So next week we're going to make a front step card, and I'll send the measurements beforehand as usual. And this week I'm off to the Argentinian restaurant, and then I'm coming home to watch Rafa. So have a nice week. See you soon. Bye.